welcome in episode 29 BBL Sports Talk, the Big Boys League. Just starting out tonight. Don't leave. We know a lot of you guys come just for Jet. You know you guys are here for Jet half the time. Don't leave. This is going to be a great show. No. They're saying it might be the best show yet. We got to talk Tigers, Lions, college football. Yeah. It's going to be a good one. All right.
God, that never fails to fire me up.
It gets me ready to go. Talk some sports. It's, like I said in the intro, no Jet tonight. I think he's got a date or something like that. He's taking a girl out, something. I don't know, something like that. But he is going to text us his picks. He has not texted them, so we're going to be reading these live. He better get them in. If he doesn't get them in before we finish,
or something?
No, if he doesn't get them in before we finish, he's going 0-10. He gets one step closer to the comedy club. But, all right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk Tigers, Lions, and then we're going to get into the picks. We're going to start Tigers, though, and Scott Harris.
Second deck.
This team, I mean,
dude,
I don't even know where to start. But so I'm going to throw it over to you in a second here, Stark. Yeah. But what I'm going to say is the best team in baseball about a month and a half ago, a 15-game lead in the division. You just needed to win one game. In reality, you just needed one at home. At home, you have Skubal on the mound today, and they can't get it done. What are your expectations for this team? Are they even winning a wild card series?
Dude, they got to get there first. They have another series against Cleveland. I'm trying to find it.
They do. They go Atlanta this weekend. Then they go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then they finish the year against the Red Sox.
Dude, I'm genuinely looking at the standings. Cleveland's not in a wild card spot. So if they pass us, we would drop out of a wild card spot and not make the playoffs. Here's what I'd say. Scott Harris got way too comfortable thinking this was... I'm sorry, everybody. In today's MLB, you're not winning with a homegrown team, especially one with one pitcher on the pitching staff. If they miss the playoffs, Skubal is not coming back. I think he's already not going to come back.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back anyway, but there's a good thing the Lions started because it kind of does take my attention off the Tigers a little bit. Yeah. But good Lord, if they blow this, it's one of the biggest collapses of all time.
It is. I don't know the statistic here, but I do know from last year they had the 0.02% chance of making the playoffs. They got into the playoffs. And you talk about the yin-yang. They might have had an 0.02% chance to not make the playoffs and completely reverse of last season. I mean, it sucks, dude. And
that's what I was going to say. Complete reverse of last season.
They're not fun to watch. That's the hard part, too, is it's right back into the old habits from last year of no offense, no pitching,
crazy,
no quality pitching unless Skubal's on the mound. But the moment you take Skubal, that's the other thing, too, is Skubal's not one of these guys that are giving you 7-8 innings every night. He went 6 today. He pitched well. He gave up 1 earned run, and then the moment he comes out of the game, 2-run shot, and the Tigers lose the game. Yeah. It is beyond infuriating, and here's where I'm at with it is I still think they're going to make the playoffs. I looked at the analytics today. They have a 96% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah.
You just got to win a couple more games. And they still have a 96%. The same chance of them getting in the playoffs as their chance of winning the division. Do I think they get swept by the Guardians again? No. But it could happen. But my fear is this. I don't think they're getting the bye. I don't know if you win a 3-game series in the wild card. Doesn't matter who you're playing.
Yeah. I think especially the slump right now is such not a good thing at all. Cleveland is 13-1 in their last 14 games. Like,
They're the hottest team in baseball.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just that's who we were last year, and so I just feel like the team was never good enough. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. It's not going to be good enough if they make the playoffs. Their bullpen's going to get shredded. They don't have enough starting pitching. Their bats are so hot and cold. I don't know. I don't love it.
Okay, before we move on to the Lions, I am just going to bring up, I got 2 points to bring up. One, you already mentioned it. What you showed Tarek Skubal and his agent in the last 2 seasons is that you're not a serious ball club. You're not
Correct.
serious about winning a World Series. So he's gone. I don't care what happens this
He's
year.
gone,
Like
man.
if I'm Tarek Skubal, I don't blame him. He's gone. The second point is, does another team in baseball have worse shortstop play than the Detroit Tigers? What is the downside to just bringing him up? McGonigal. Like,
Dude, they
what's the
should.
downside?
They should.
What is the downside
There is
to
no
just
downside.
bringing him up?
They should bring him up. They need to give him a chance. This is a classic time in a season for a team to bring a guy up and just see. And if he's not it, he's not it. But gosh, they need something. They need something at the shortstop position. It's not good defensively. There hasn't been a single player that sits in there that can consistently get you hits. I don't know. I am like, ugh.
Javi
This team
Baez
just
is
gross.
back to being Javi Baez, and he's swinging at sweepers that are in Alabama when he's in the
Yeah.
batter's box. And then Trey Sweeney, Trey Sweeney, I don't know. He had that one big home run early in the season at Cleveland. The guy can't hit the ball.
No.
And
I think
too many mistakes in the field.
the baseball is a game of momentum, and they have none right now. So
None.
let's move on. I want to talk about some
Yeah.
football, dude.
Yeah, let's get
Baseball
we had to get the doom and gloom out of the way. We are a Detroit podcast. We have to
Yeah.
talk to Tigers.
I will say
we're
the
pissed.
Mariners are my team outside the Tigers. I love them. They're awesome. May or may not have a future on them.
I like that. I do. I like that. And guess what they did at the trade deadline?
They went and got everybody.
They went and made moves.
Yeah.
And then
They had the pitching rotation. Gross. They have this probably the best rotation in the entire league.
What ticks me off, and this is the last thing, and then we're going to move to the Lions, but people were kind of killing the Mariners when they made all those acquisitions at the deadline, and those players, like, they didn't start hot. I'm like, guys, when it gets to October, these are going to be good acquisitions, and they're starting to play really good. Yeah, they made the moves the Tigers didn't, and now look at where we are towards the end of September. All right, let's get into the Lions.
Let's go.
All right, big game. Big game. Monday Night Football at Baltimore. We both know what happened the last time the Lions went to Baltimore, 38-6, and that 6 came on a garbage time Gibbs touchdown in the last 2 minutes. Two different teams, though. And so I don't even want to talk about that game 2 years ago, because these are two completely different football teams and different circumstances. Here's what I will say. I keep finding myself, I'm flip-flopping on this game, and I keep going 2 separate directions, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Part of me kind of takes a step back and looks at it and says, man, the Ravens are such a mismatch for this Lions team. If you want to beat this Ravens team, you have to have a good pass rush, and you have to have that gamer playmaking quarterback that, and I know we talked about it earlier this week, that can get out of the pocket and be athletic and extend plays and make plays happen. And that's why, Josh Allen just did it a couple weeks ago, right? I don't know if the Lions are built to beat this Baltimore team, and that worries me. The other side of the coin that I kind of find myself flip-flopping between is that game 2 years ago did happen. Dan Campbell's fired up, and he knows how to use that juice to fire his team up. The talking point all week has been the Lions can't compete. This is going to be a blowout. Everyone's picking the Ravens. It's a 5.5-point spread. This feels like a Dan Campbell spot where his team shows up and punches the Ravens in the mouth. So I don't know what direction this is going to go, and I find myself kind of in between those two narratives. What are your feelings on this game?
I think there's one team in the league that truly scares me, and it is the Baltimore Ravens. There's just no. It seems like when you watch Lamar, you can't stop him. Like there's nothing you can really do unless you have an offense that can hang. And the fortunate part for us is we have an offense that can hang and score the points with them. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if they win, but I do think this will be a much better game than when they went in there last time. They're a little more. They're definitely more seasoned. They're more experienced. It'll be a great game. I'm very, very excited. I think they shut down Derrick Henry, and Lamar's going to have to do a lot of magical things. I just hope they can contain him because we do have a hard time with the running quarterbacks, or we tend to. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great. I think it'll be a great game, and I think we'll win, and I hope we'll win. But yeah, it'll be great. Last time we felt this way when we played the Ravens, though, I remember I was at where was I? Art and Jake's in Clarkston, and it was the saddest lunch afternoon ever. It sucked. So, really hoping Monday night is a better one.
Yeah, I agree, and. Again, two different teams. I think the recipe to beat the Ravens is going to be shut down Derrick Henry and force Lamar to be Superman. And I think, and he's got it. He's got it in him. He can do it. But I think the biggest thing here is also, can you force – not a lot of teams can, but can you force Lamar into a couple mistakes? Can you get a takeaway early in the game? One thing that I like in going into this matchup is – the narrative of the Lions can't stop a mobile QB. Well, a big part of that was AG ran 90+% man coverage.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, in quarterback, you see man coverage, the pocket breaks down, you take off as a quarterback if you're athletic enough to do so.
Yes.
One thing with Calvin Shepard that we've seen is he's playing a lot more zone. There's been some miscommunication. Some of the biggest plays the Lions have given up have been in zone. You can tell they're trying to adjust. But that is something that I would like to see some more zone this week. But the X factor for me in this game, what this game is going to come down to, is how does the offensive line play? Because to your point, the Baltimore Ravens are going to put up points. Can the Lions match that? My answer is yes, but Jared Goff has to have a clean pocket to be able to do so. So that's going to be that is what, in my opinion, this game comes down to, is can you protect Jared Goff just long enough that he can move the ball downfield?
Yeah, I think the more I think about this, I'm like, dude, they're going to be just fine. I just had this like vision that Brian Branch is going to get a lick on Lamar. Like someone's going to you don't see Lamar get hit often. Dude, I'm going to bet you right now someone's going to smack him on Monday night, and I want to see that so bad. I want to see Branch just lay the wood on Lamar. Or I want to see someone just absolutely annihilate Henry. I need to see some big hits, dude. I want to see this team hitting on Monday night. That's all I care about. Just belt to ass, dude. I
would like to see Shepard dial up some blitzes.
Yes.
I would like to see
him.
some Brian Branch in the blitz game. That is maybe the most underrated part of his game. He's so good when he blitzes.
Yes.
BB. And then he could. I mean, he's one of the best nickels, and if not the best nickel
The best.
In the league, because he can play coverage, he can drop back, and he can blitz the quarterback, and he hits hard, and he flies all over the place.
He forced that fumble last week, didn't he?
Did you see that camera angle where he's not even in frame, and then in
he
half a
flies
second
in.
the ball's loose, he just flies in.
That's why I'm saying like I couldn't see Anzalone, lining up and cracking him, but Branch is quick enough to like shock him. I want to see it so bad. Mark my words right now. When Brian Branch absolutely levels Lamar on Monday night, I called it. It's gonna happen.
Bring the boom. Bring the boom. All right. Well, before we move on and get into the picks, I gave my X factor as the O-line, and you can copy me if you want. But who is your X factor, or what is your X factor this week?
David Montgomery is going to be my X factor this week. keep the ball out of their hands. So you got to grind the ground game a little bit. And I think Gibbs is going to be Gibbs every week. I think that's safe to say at this point. Like, he is an X factor. You don't need him to be an X factor because he is. But Montgomery's got to come in and do what he did last week. I think a big part of this game is going to be chewing that clock away because they got to keep the ball out of their hands. And if they're going to run the ball, I just want to get up a little bit. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Get up and run the ball.
Play from ahead.
I feel like I've changed over the years. Like, I want ground and pound now. I want to watch these two just go. The offensive line is also a huge part of that. So, yes, I'm with you on that as well. I think Goff's going to do his thing. The wide receivers are great, but I'm always going to be on the side of, like, pound the rock, man. Just run down their throats. It's hard to stop when those two get going.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. It's going to be a fun one, and I think an interesting part of this game is both these teams are 1-1.
Yeah.
Either the Detroit Lions or the Baltimore Ravens are going to fall to 1-2, and I think that's there's going to be some urgency in this game. So I'm excited. It's a big one. I will say this.
Remember when they played Baltimore last time? It was like a freezing cold day, and the field was like frozen.
Yeah, super windy. Super windy as well. Tough to throw the ball. We get at Baltimore early in the year this year. It's going to be better weather. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. So, all right. Let's get into the picks.
Yes.
And
let him know.
Jet just sent his picks in. So this is he only
Can we
sent his
go over
college
last
picks.
week's records?
Yeah, we're gonna go through everything. So, and of course you want to, Stark. So we're gonna start in college football. Listen, I'm just gonna face the music. I just need to talk to the listeners. I am 0-10 in college football BBL picks the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
This is the worst stretch that I've had in the history of this podcast. I have to have a big bounce back week.
You deserve
I
to
went
lose.
0-5 last week. Jet went 3-2. Stark went 5-0.
Come on.
Shout out to Stark.
Come on.
Season long for college football. Jet is in the lead at 10-6. Stark, you're right behind him at 9-7. I am 3-13.
So bad.
Dude. Now the good news here is that the punishment is college football and NFL together winning percentage. So as of right now, I am as of today, I'm doing a milk mile, but you're one game behind to potentially be doing a 999. So, all right, let's get into the picks. Let's start out in the Big 12, which might be the matchup of the year in the Big 12. The Red Raiders go to Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Utah laying 3.5. So Utah favored by 3.5 with the Red Raiders coming in. I will lead us off. I picked the Red Raiders to win the Big 12. Utah scares me. They're a really good football team. The fact I'm getting 3.5 here, though, I'm going to stick with my preseason pick, and I'm going to take the Red Raiders. Give me Texas Tech. Stark.
Can I take the over in this game? No.
You could give it out as a bonus.
Tell me the spread again.
3.5. Utah minus 3.5.
Oh, that changes things for me. I like both these teams so much. They are so exciting. I think they're both well-rounded. They get up and down the field. Like, these are my two favorite teams outside of Michigan. Texas Tech covers every spread. They destroy everyone they play. Everyone they play. I'm taking Texas Tech plus 3.5.
Let's go, Red Raiders. All right. Jet is on the other side. He's going Utah.
Yep.
He is going Utah in this game. All right. Let's go to the SEC. Very interesting matchup here. Auburn goes to Oklahoma. Oklahoma looks like they might be legit. Oklahoma minus 6.5 in this game. But Auburn's quarterback, Jackson Arnold, the 5-star that started his career at Oklahoma. There's some storylines here.
What a week this is going to be.
Yeah, there's some good games. I will explain my pick this way. Happy wife, happy life. Give me Auburn plus 6.5. Stark.
Did you know that Oklahoma's tight end, their leading receiver, was a linebacker for them for 2 years.
I did not know that.
That's crazy. That's another NCAA knowledge thing right there. The video game. I'm also going to take Auburn. I think Jackson Arnold has looked good, and rushing the ball, he's a freak. These are cool. These are very good quarterbacks, but I think Jackson Arnold's gonna have something to. Didn't he play there? He played there. You said that, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Give me the revenge game all day long. I want the revenge game. Give it to me.
I'm with you.
I'm
And
on
yet
Auburn.
again, you and I are on the same side, which I like. You went 5-0 last week, so I like this. Jet is on the other side. He's going Oklahoma. He's going the Sooners. All right, let's go to in-state rivalry down in the state of Florida. The Florida Gators go down to Miami. Miami's playing good football. Florida, not so much. They were my pick to win the SEC. I'm sick about it.
Yeah.
Miami minus 8.5 at home. I am not giving up on the Gators yet. I'm not giving up on Lagway. I'm going to go as far as saying Lagway's, was that 4 or 5 picks last week at LSU is going to make him better. I'm going to take the Gators in the points here. I'm not sure if they squeak out a win, but 8.5 is too many for me. I'm taking Florida.
God, that spread is annoying. It's an annoying number. I'm also going to take Florida.
All right.
That's too many points. Too many points. No,
So I'm going to gain
nope,
no.
I'm flipping. I want my. No, I'm sticking. I'm sticking. Keep me on.
Shouldn't
the
have
Gators.
said what I said.
Keep me
I
on the
will
Gators.
gain no ground on Stark this week. We're on the same. Jet is
I'm not
also
doing
here
that
with
on
us.
purpose. I'm not.
We like Florida. We all like Florida this week. Jet is also on Florida. All right, let's go to
I'll
the
make the pick
in-state
first
teams.
here.
Okay, perfect. And let's go to the in-state teams. Let's start with the Michigan-Nebraska game. We could talk a little bit more about this game just because I know we got a lot of Michigan fans that listen to the pod. Michigan goes to Nebraska. Michigan is 2.5-point favorites in this game. Really exciting quarterback matchup. We've got Patrick Mahomes light and Bryce Underwood. No Sharon Moore on the sideline, and we said we would talk about this, and I think this is a great opportunity to talk about this. That might be a positive for this Michigan team.
Yes.
The way I'm not taking the 63-3 win over Central Michigan is like, oh, Michigan is back and this is, a national championship. Like, no, it was Central Michigan. What jumped out to me was the play calling, was opening it up, was designed runs for Bryce Underwood, was letting him throw the ball down the field. I don't care what the score was. I just care that they let the kid play. And that's going to be huge for his confidence going into this game on the road at Nebraska against a pretty good Cornhusker team. So before you get into your pick, just thoughts on this game, thoughts on this Michigan offense last week without Sharon Moore, and then go ahead and give us your pick.
Yeah, without Sharon Moore, goodness gracious, they look so much better. They look like competent offense, letting him run the ball. I think that's going to be one of his biggest weapons is his legs. Like, let him go. I think if they do well this week, if they win, is there a conversation? Why? First of all, don't hate me here, and I'm going to guess. Why is he not on the sidelines right now?
The
suspension?
Stallions. Yeah,
okay.
Self-imposed Stallions.
If they win this game, do you consider firing him?
Okay, no.
Well, he's on. Is he with the team throughout the week right now? Is he, or is he fully suspended from the team?
Nope. It's that classic. He
All right,
preps,
never
game
mind.
plans. He's just not there on the sideline.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no, I think that would be wild. But I will say this: if Michigan, let's say Michigan finishes this year 8-4, there are certainly going to be some conversations.
Yes, I agree with that. I think I don't know though. You go back to last year, like winning those 2 games against State and Ohio State. They beat both, right? Yes.
And Bama in the bowl game.
Yeah. I don't know. Give him more time. He might have been trying to protect Underwood in games that I don't know, but he looked so much better last week running the ball. He needs to do that every week.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Who's your pick in this game? Michigan minus
Michigan.
2.5. All right.
I can see Raiola getting rattled if Michigan's defense is getting to him.
Damn it, Stark. I'm also taking Michigan. We're 4 for 4 so far. and Jet took Nebraska. So, hey, if we have a good week, we make up some big ground on Jet. Jet is on the other side of pretty much every game. All right, let's go to the final game in college of the week. A super late game. The Spartans, the Fighting Jonathan Smiths, go out to USC. This line continues to climb. I mean, this line has moved so much. It is currently USC minus 18 and a half.
What?
Minus 18 and a half.
Oh.
I will lead us off here. The line is getting almost disrespectful at this point.
Yeah.
I love USC in this game. I think East Coast to West Coast. It's an 11 p.m. Eastern time kick. So it's a night game on the West Coast, but 11 p.m. Eastern time kick. Michigan State's defense is rough.
Yeah.
And USC's finally got some dogs in the trenches. Like, USC has finally built how Lincoln Riley wants to build his teams. I love USC in this game. I don't love it as much at 18.5, or you could have gotten this earlier in the week, closer to 11, 12.5. I'm still taking USC. I think this game could get really, really ugly. Give me the Trojans. Fight on. Jet is taking MSU. He still believes. He believes in this team. Also, no, probably no Nick Marsh for the Spartans. Starkey.
Oh, man, that's a lot of points. I'm going to go with my gut, and my gut is telling me Michigan State's going to cover this game.
All right,
I feel like if Marsh isn't playing, like, I feel like they got dogs in the ready to go. Like, I do think they have some good wide receivers that could like step up. Is it Krishan McCray? Is that his name?
Yeah,
I think he's a dog. 18 points is too many. I think this is disrespectful to Michigan State. I've watched all their games. I mean, Childs is a good quarterback, I think. I do think he's very good. I don't think the defense is really, really bad. But 18.5, too many points. Another weird
number.
Of points. If it was 13
it's
and a half,
lot of points.
Maybe. But 18.5 is a weird number.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of points. I get it. I'm riding with USC. I've loved them all week. I just think this is a letdown spot for the Spartans.
Yeah.
And again, 11 p.m. Eastern time kick. That's tough. All right, let's move over to the league. Let's start off week 3 in the NFL. Real quick update on the NFL. I can be proud of my NFL record at least. Last week I went 3-2. Stark, you also went 3-2. Jet went 2-3. Season long for the NFL. I am at 7-3. Stark, you're 6-4. Jet is 3-7. So Stark, you are in first place as of today. You are in first place. I'm in last place.
What's my NFL record?
6-4.
All right.
So as of today, I have to do a 9-9-9, but it's a long season.
I want the 999 so bad for one.
It's a long season. A lot can happen. Let's go out to LA. The Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers. Divisional matchup. The Chargers favored by 2.5. I'll start us off here. This one is tough, man. Divisional matchup. Game is in LA. LA is playing great football. Denver loses a heartbreaker last week at Indy. I like the Broncos to bounce back. I actually like the Broncos to win this game. I think they need it. I think the Chargers might be a little complacent with this 2-0 start, and they've been cruising. So give me the Broncos to cover the 2.5.
I'm also taking the Broncos.
Goodness, Stark.
I know. I have to. I love a good revenge game. J.K. Dobbins coming back to L.A. A year after they got rid of him. He's looked great. I think Denver's defense is really, really good. And I think Surtain and the rest of their guys, Hufanga is out there now. He's been playing awesome. I think the defense it's the best defense the Chargers have played so far, by far. So I think it'll be a true reality, or what do you call it, gut check on them. I'm not impressed by Amari and Hampton so far. I don't know if that's just me. Yeah, not at all. Thought he was bigger than he is. He's not very big. Yeah, I'll take Denver. Dobbins looks great.
Jet has not submitted picks for the NFL. He only submitted college picks. So I want the fans to decide what we do about this. I think we give Jet 0-5 on the NFL, just no submission. But we'll think about it.
I think I'm a little nicer. I think we find a very random way to pick his games.
All right, we're gonna give him if we finish the picks.
Do opposite of you. Everything.
Ooh, yeah. All right. We're gonna give it to the end of the pod and see if he submits them because I just sent another text. So, all right, let's go. A rematch of the NFC divisional game, which was one of the games of the year last season. The Rams come to Philly. Philly 3.5-point favorites. This is a tough game, man, and this is a tough number. I don't know which direction to go here. I'm gonna let you kick it off.
Give me the Rams, man. I think the Rams are good. I think Devontae Adams looks rejuvenated. Something happens to players and they go to the Jets. He's rejuvenated and they look really good. Puka is a freak. He might be my favorite player in the NFL outside of the Lions players, but I will take the Rams.
All right. I am not saying this because you took the Rams. I had this in, but this was just a toss-up for me. I don't feel super strongly on it. I'm going to take Philly. It feels like everyone's on the Rams. It feels like the Rams are too easy. And when Vegas kind of drops the hook like that on me, I always like to go the other way. So I'm going to take the Eagles here. I wouldn't recommend betting it. All right, let's go to – I picked this game because this game is hilarious to me. Cincinnati and Jake Browning go to Minnesota to face the Vikings and Carson Wentz. The battle of the backup quarterbacks.
Jesus
Minnesota
Christ.
favored by 3. This is my favorite game in the NFL to bet this week. I love the Minnesota Vikings. I think they need a veteran quarterback. Who is better rejuvenating a quarterback's career, taking some veteran guy who understands the lingo, the communication, who understands how to manage a game, and go out and perform better than this Vikings team under Kevin O'Connell. I think a lot of what you've seen in the Vikings struggles has been J.J. McCarthy just being a rookie and not ready for the moment. I love Minnesota in this spot. Give me Minnesota -3.
Who they play?
Who they?
Who they?
The Bengals.
Cincinnati,
Yeah,
the Bengals.
the Bengals.
Okay. Dude, Browning sucks. How is that a backup quarterback? How is he a backup quarterback in the NFL? Adam, I'm asking you. How is he?
It's a great question. Well, because you have Joe Burrow. You're not going to invest a ton of money into a backup.
You freaking should, because Burrow's always hurt. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings too. I think Jordan Mason has a breakout game for his career. Aaron Jones
in this game.
Yeah, he lands on the IR.
Yeah.
Another guy who's always hurt. I think Jordan Mason goes off, and I think we see Justin Jefferson plays better with Wentz than he was playing with McCarthy.
Completely agree. I think Jefferson has a monster game. That Cincinnati defense. That Cincinnati defense sucks.
I don't know if Hawkinson's made a catch yet.
Hawkinson has been bad. All right, guys, we have Jets picks. He did just submit them, so we're going to go back real quick. Jet likes Denver, so all three of us are on Denver. He likes the Rams. He's with Stark there. He also likes Minnesota. I think we might have our BBL lock of the week in the Vikings at home against that terrible Cincy defense and Wentz wheeling and dealing. We'll see, though.
God, I hate that last statement you made. Wentz wheeling and dealing should not make you feel good.
MVP candidate in 2018 until he got hurt. I'm just saying. That's 7 years ago, dude. Yeah. That's crazy to think about. Let's go to Sunday night. The boys, the Cowboys, after their crazy win, go to Soldier Field. They're playing the Bears. This line is flip-flopped throughout the week. It opened with Chicago being 1.5-point favorites. As we sit here right now, the Cowboys are now 1.5-point favorites. So the line is Dallas -1.5. I can kick us off here again. I just think Ben Johnson's a prideful dude. I think he's a really damn good football coach. And this is you gotta. I'm not saying head coach. I just think football coach. He knows football. This is an absolute gotta have it game, and you get the opportunity to go against a Swiss cheese defense in the Dallas Cowboys that haven't been able to stop anybody all season. I'm going to go Chicago here. I like Chicago to win this game, but I'm going to throw in a caveat. Chicago loses this game, their season's done. They're picking in the top 5. Stark.
Dude, everything you just said about the Cowboys, I'm going to say about the Bears. Their defense sucks. They've given up the most points in the league. They just lost Jalen Johnson for the year. I think and here's what. Dak Prescott has played really good through 2 games. The first game, not the best stats, no touchdowns, but how many drops did they have that week? Here's another key point. The Cowboys unlocked George Pickens in the fourth quarter of that game last week. Something clicked with those two. Good luck. Their defense sucks, but you're going to have to score as many points. I believe this is going to be a classic example of Caleb Williams making a stupid-ass mistake and fucking their team over. And the Dak won't make the same mistake because I do trust him. I have him in fantasy. And I do trust him. And I do think he's going to go off this week because they have weapons there, man. Javonte Williams. Holy crap, he looks good. I love him.
I have him on fantasy.
I do
Shout out Javonte.
In one of my leagues. I've always loved him. I love running backs that run hard. He lowers his shoulder every time. I think they're going to run all over the Bears. I think they're going to destroy them. I do.
All right.
I'm crazy.
So you
Call me
like
crazy.
Dallas.
I'm going Dallas.
Jets with me. He likes the Bears
Yeah.
in this game. So that might be good
douchebags,
for you
so.
if you're right, Stark. All right. And then final pick of the week, Monday Night Football. We opened the show talking about it. Detroit at Baltimore. Detroit, the line has moved towards Detroit. The line's currently Detroit plus 4.5. And listen, man. Last year, I picked against the Lions a couple times. I was right when I picked against the Lions. I refuse to do it here. I gotta believe this is purely a fan pick. I know it's a bad matchup, but this is, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is a spot where no one believes you're gonna win. It's a bad matchup. You're on the road, raucous environment. Give me the Lions to cover 4.5. I'm going to take the Lions. So is Jet.
And
do I even have to ask you?
No. I love this line. I love that it's over that field goal range. Like, this game will come down to a field goal. That's going to be my prediction. It will come down to the field goal and who has the ball last. I think both teams are going to move.
And you know who isn't in Baltimore to break our hearts again?
Justin Tucker.
Mr. Massage.
Mr. Massage.
Justin Tugger.
New kicker's pretty good, I guess, but I'm taking the Lions, and I feel really good about it.
I love it. All right, we're all on the Lions there. All over the place elsewhere. We also are all on Minnesota.
Right.
I love Minnesota.
I have a segment.
All right.
I'm going to hit you with an overreaction or fair.
Okay.
I'm trying to see how I want to work this. We do not know who killed Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God!
Okay.
Overreaction or fair? We don't know. It's a decoy. Tell me. Overreaction or fair? I just don't want to talk about it, but overreaction or fair? We still don't know. We know who they're telling us killed him, but we don't know. True? Overreaction?
Okay. I'm going to tread very lightly here. I'm going to say it's not an overreaction.
Okay.
But not necessarily that we don't know who pulled the trigger. Right?
But who was involved?
I can get behind that, yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it.
I can get behind that. All right. What a way to end the show. Goodness gracious. And I feel like since you brought it up, we should just say, rest in peace, and that's, just horrific and terrible and sad and
video.
yeah. So Yeah, I was. I mean, I think you already know this. Like, I was 45 minutes away. I was out visiting Cam.
Oh shit, I did not know
45
that.
minutes away from where it happened when the news broke, and it just, yeah, terribly sad.
Very sad.
Low point for this country,
100%.
um, and yeah. But I will say that at this point in time, I'm gonna not call that an overreaction yet.
Yeah, I think it's a lot going on out there, Adam. I think there's a lot going on out there.
We have not. And again, we have to tread lightly with this topic. But it's been a while.
It's not nothing crazy
It has
here.
been a while since we've done a conspiracy pod, and I'm going to give you some homework,
Okay.
and I'm going to give the listeners some homework because we're going to do a conspiracy pod on this at some point in the future. And shout out to my brother who sent me this info, and I've gone down the rabbit hole. I need you to Google Admiral Byrd's
Dude, wait
diary.
a second. I was just thinking that. I was gonna say that to you. I know
way.
about him. Yes. He flew
Okay.
over Antarctica and he saw I know everything you're talking about. Sorry for the
So-
overreaction, but you read my mind. That was so weird.
Conspiracy pod soon, and to the listeners out there,
Admiral
I need
Byrd. Look him
up
up.
Admiral Byrd.
The greatest pilot in American history, Admiral Byrd.
One of the great
BYRD.
explorers. All right. With that, let's go watch some Thursday Night Football. I'm going to
Oh,
get this up
weird.
online. Shaky ending to the episode. I like it, though.
What do you mean shaky ending?
We-
Keep them on their
no,
toes.
I just mean, like,
everyone left when we said Joey
True.
wasn't here.
No one's even watching
listening
this.
at this point.
Yeah,
If they're
nobody's
listening at
even
this
listening.
point, they probably like it. All
Sure,
right.
they do. All right, we're going to go watch Thursday Night Football. We're going to be back potentially doing some pregame shows Saturday morning, maybe even Sunday before the NFL. And then
Yep.
I would love to live stream during the Lions game Monday night. So we'll see. We just got to see what schedules look like. But thank you all for listening, as always. We'll see you next week.